We look now to abortion laws in Kansas. In 2019, the state's Supreme Court ruled that abortion is a, quote, right, effectively erasing all pro-life laws in the state. Since then, the number of abortions per year has been rising significantly. On August 2nd, Kansas voters will soon have a chance to amend this decision. Contributor Alan Holdren has the story.
It's 2 months away, but Kansas is already fully gearing up for an important amendment vote on August the 2nd. That vote will decide a battle that started in the state capital of Topeka about how abortion is considered in state law here.
In 2019, an activist state court radically changed the Constitution of the state of Kansas, making it impossible to regulate abortion in even the simplest of ways. And now our state, unlike all of the surrounding states, we have no way to place any kind of reasonable limits on the abortion industry. And that means that we will have unlimited abortions happening in the state of Kansas in unregulated facilities unless the people of Kansas pass the Value Them Both Amendment on August 2nd.
In a nutshell, the Value Them Both Amendment simply proposes that abortion can be limited, because right now, that 2019 Kansas Supreme Court decision lifted all limits, recognizing abortion as a fundamental right. And it's made Kansas one of the most liberal states in the country on abortion. That's why Kansas is being treated as a battleground state by both pro-life and pro-abortion advocacy groups. And the battle is heated, even at the highest levels of government. In her most recent comments on the issue, Kansas Governor and Democrat Laura Kelly responded to the leak of the Roe v. Wade decision by saying she would, quote, continue to oppose all regressive legislation which interferes with individual rights or freedoms and threatens the economic strides we've made in recent years, making Kansas a welcoming place to do business. Attorney General and expected Republican challenger in the upcoming race for governor, Derek Schmidt, has a different take on it.
Kansas is a pro-life state, and that's reflected in the views of Kansas voters overall. There's going to be a lot of noise and chaff in the air, so to speak, particularly in the event Dobbs overturns Roe. And there's going to be, I think, an effort by the most extreme voices on the pro-abortion side to try to confuse the issue. But this is ultimately about the ability of Kansas to preserve reasonable restrictions and regulations of abortion services that are already on the books, and then to have a thoughtful democratic conversation about what the right policy ought to be for our state.
After the leak of the draft document from the U.S. Supreme Court about overturning Roe v. Wade, there hasn't been the vandalism or violence here that's been seen in other states. But there is support for a yes vote to the amendment. Volunteers have been stepping up to get trained and get the word out that a yes vote is a vote for life. The Catholic Church here says that that yes vote is critical to the defense of the life and dignity of both women and children, and not only in the state of Kansas.
It's going to be the first test in any state of what the voters really believe, and so I think the eyes of the nation will really be upon Kansas in this, and it will affect other states also. I think to craft their own strategy in terms of some states. I think want to pass similar amendments to protect against their state courts doing what our state Supreme Court did.
Here in Topeka, the Kansas State House of Representatives and Senate both passed the Value Them Both Amendment in January of this year with a 2/3 vote. That put it on the August the 2nd ballot for voters to decide. And that's exactly what the pro-life movement here in Kansas wants, for voters to decide. In Kansas, Alan Holdren for EWTN Pro-Life Weekly.